Today in the Woodyard. Nope, that's not right. Hey everybody, welcome to the 906. Just a quick prelude to this video, introduction to this video. Recently I got to spend some time with Chris down in Appleton, Wisconsin. His YouTube channel is In the Woodyard. If you guys haven't checked out Chris in the Woodyard, I'm gonna make a brutal attempt to leave a link in the description. So anyway, in this video, Chris takes me on a tour of his woodyard there in Appleton, and we talk firewood and business of firewood. He's a good guy. He's got a lot of great information on doing a firewood business. Hope you guys enjoy. Good.
Today, Mike had to stop in and see me, and he wants to know about wood. And I got lots of it, so we're going to talk about it. So ask me what you want to know.
I want to know everything.
I'll tell you everything I know. I started doing wood a long time ago, helping my dad cut wood, just like a lot of you have done. And now it's built up into a beast. And now it's become a lot of work. Right where I'm standing right now is racks that I make for putting wood in so that I have full cords here. And I just sold this one the other day, so that's why this is empty. And then all these will be sold. So when I first started selling wood, I just did it on the side just for extra money. And because I had extra wood and I wanted to get rid of it. So I started selling it, and I couldn't believe that there was such a good market for it because I'm where there's a lot of people, and so they buy a lot of stuff. So I did 40 face cords the first year, the next year I did 80, then it went to 160, and then 220, and then around 300 for a few years, and then I bumped it up to over 400, and now I do about 600 a year. And
So what's the next number?
I don't know if I want to get a lot bigger. The time that I have available, because I have this business now, I have my original business, which is, if you want to pan over there, that's my photography studio over there. I do a lot of photography. I do high school seniors. We do sports photography. I do contract photography for schools for like class pictures, things like that. So I do a little bit of everything, and mainly portrait type work. And I've been doing that for 39 years now. And I've been self-employed for 31 years. Yeah, that's right. And so I've got that to do, and that's the full-time job, actually more than a full-time job. I put in a lot of 60, 70-hour weeks during the summer, and then I come out in the woodyard just to get away from people, and like a lot of guys do, and cut wood. So I come out here, and I just like doing it. And originally when I first started, I thought, man, I love cutting wood, I love splitting wood, I like being outside. If I could do this for just like 2 hours every other day during the week. So I'm figuring 3-4 days a week for a couple hours. That'd be just fantastic. I can tell you this, be careful what you wish for. Because now I use every spare moment cutting and splitting and stacking and hauling and dumping and cutting, and it's just wood all the time. And then I started the YouTube thing, and I do that after I'm done with my photography work. Then I work on wood for a few hours, then I go home and do editing for a few hours. So it's literally 16 hours a day all the time. But I like it, so that's what I do.
It's like two full-time jobs.
Pretty much.
Plus a little bit.
Pretty much, yep.
So
But
if you think if you had 1,000 face cords sitting here, you could sell them?
yeah, because I don't advertise. I mean, I put an ad on Craigslist. That's it. I've done nothing else. Nothing. I mean, that's just how it is. Because I've got the market here. I haven't marketed. I do a little bit in Oshkosh, which is south of here, about 20 miles. I go to Fond du Lac, but those are just from referrals. I don't market at all to Green Bay, but I go there once in a while, and that's about 30 miles the other direction. And if I marketed to those areas, I'd be out of. I could do 1,000 cords easily a year, easily. And I don't do bundles. I don't have any stands yet where I've got wood displayed to sell. I don't do any of that. So I'm really just taking bulk orders. I'm selling face cords and full cords and full loads at a time. So let's go this way.
So if you pick your number. If you want to do 600, you can do 600. You want to do 800, you can do 800.
If you've got the market, yeah.
Yep.
But
I mean, as far as you,
me, yeah. That's a lot of people ask me, what do I think is possible? Well, you've been by the place. I've been by the place.
Right.
There's a place called Frank's. A lot of you might have seen the video that I did. Frank's sells hundreds of thousands of cords, or tens of thousands. I don't know, a lot.
Yeah.
I think they go through 2 to 3 semi-loads a day, every
Wow.
day. They have 5 processors running all the time. So you could get that big.
That's a lot of wood.
But he sells most of his wood to Chicago, so you got to have a market for it.
Yep.
And like you, because you're up in the UP, and like my brother Kenny's in northern Wisconsin, they have a smaller market. There's not as many people. I'm lucky in that I've got right in this area within 15 miles of here, there's probably 250,000 people.
Yep.
So it's a market. So if you don't have it, you got to get the wood to the market, which is what Frank's does. He goes to Chicago.
Yep.
So this is all oak through here that I cut last year. So this is all ready to be sold. And again, you can see these are full cords here because there's 3 rows. It's 8 feet long, 4 feet high. Here's another one. You can see I've got them separated and I've got the pallets holding them up. And it's not staggered like this for looks. It's like this because this is where the wood was. And when I get done with it, I stack it right here because I don't move it at all. So basically what I try to do is when my logger guy comes in, John, he'll drop a load like you see the logs back over there, and he'll drop them there, and I'll cut them, split them, stack them right where they are. So a lot of times in the winter when it's cold out, this is frozen up so he can back right in here. But now this is soft, so now I have him drop them there, and now I can move stuff with the grapple with the tractor. This is all this whole section from here over now, all the way to past the tractor. This is all free wood here. This is all stuff I cut for free. And I cut about 20% of my wood on other people's properties, or my dad's land, my brother's land, or people that we know, people that have wood they want to get rid of. So all of this stuff here is pretty much campfire wood. There's a poplar or aspen and cottonwood in here. And then this is all maple through here. Now this is a truckload that I cut up, I don't know, probably 2 weeks ago now. And then I split it. That's half of a truckload of oak. This is barkless oak, and then this is the other half. This is all locust right here. So this stuff I did buy, and then here's my tractor with the grapple, which you're going to get to run later maybe. And you're going to want one real fast.
Yeah, I already want one, and if I run it, I'll definitely want one.
It's so awesome. So yeah, I bought the tractor here. So a lot of people think that just because I have businesses that I'm rolling in money every night in a spare bedroom, I just roll around in the Benjamins. It's not the way it works. Pretty much everything that I make goes right back into either buying more material or buying equipment, because to build a business you got to reinvest it as fast as you can. That's just what I've done. I don't make as much as people think on the wood. I do okay. I buy myself some toys once in a while. I go on some trips, but most of it gets put right back into the business. That's just the smart way to do it, I think, anyway.
Keep it growing.
Yeah, well, because a lot of people think you gotta buy tons of big equipment so that you can make money volume-wise. And the most important thing, I think, in any business is build your customer base first. Because if you don't have customers, you don't have a business. You can have all the best equipment in the world. You can buy splitters, processors, tractors. You can have land. You can make yourself cement pads to work on. You can have sheds that you build for storing all your toys. You can have all that stuff. But if you don't have any product, you've got a bunch of stuff. And you either got bills to pay or you got, yeah, you're in debt. So that's just one of those
cheap.
things. No, they don't give any equipment away. I don't know why they don't give it to me, because I want it. Yeah. So then this over here, this is all maple. This right here, this is all free. This was all one tree I cut down right here. I didn't cut it down. A guy had it listed on Craigslist. It was a 36-inch maple that was, might have been like 40 feet long. And all the branches were already gone. They hauled those away, but it was just laying there. And he thought he was going to cut it up for himself. After 1 year of it laying there, he said, come and get it. So this is all one tree right here. So I got, I think altogether I got like 2.5 full cords from it. Yeah. So that was free, and that's all maple.
That's a good haul.
Yep. And this here is some hollow logs I'm going to sell for Swedish candles, or what else do they call them? Chimney fires, making chimney fires. So they're all hollow logs. And then there's a whole bunch of them behind the camera over there. If you look over there into the field, that's a whole bunch of oak ones out there that are stacked up drying so that I can sell those. And I haven't marketed those yet, but I'll put an ad and sell those. This was all free wood. Over to the left here, this was all free wood. And then over here, this was locust right out to here. So everything from right where I'm standing all the way to there, this whole section here was solid locust, and I've sold all that. So that's all that's left is what's right there. And then this over here, this was all free wood. This section right here, this needs to get stacked. This is stuff that I just cut and split not too long ago.
Have you found anybody that likes stacking wood yet?
No, not even. I can't even pay people to stack it. I mean, I get them and they don't last very long.
Yeah.
For some reason, they think that it's work.
Yeah.
And then this is pine. This was all free, and where that's open areas, that was all pine at one time. I sold all that already. And then this is box elder that I cut right back here. Then everything from here down, this was all free wood that I got. I cut with my brother. This is all oak that we cut. It was dead standing oak, and there's still, I think we cut down maybe a dozen trees, and there's still another 50 that we can go cut that are just waiting for us. That's my cookie bin, or one of the cookie bins over here that I've got. I don't know, there's probably a year's worth of cookies in there now, and I will sell those. There's quite a few.
Yeah, that's an impressive pile of cookies.
Yeah, and I got another one too. And then this is all hickory here. Now this used to be out to about here, was all hickory. I had, I think, it was a half a truckload, so what would that be? Probably like 17 or 18 face cords, so something like that. And then the other half was all cherry, and I sold all that. That was right through here. This back over here is basswood, and I sold more than half of that. That is still for campfire wood. Then everything from right here going all the way up to the front almost is all oak. And this is all ready to be sold this year. And this is from a truckload that I bought. And then the wood over to the left here, I already sold half of that. That's all oak. So that's gone, and I got the rest of that to sell. And then there's another cookie bin right here. And that cookie bin I thought was a big one when I first built it. That's just a baby bin compared to the other one.
You gotta have a bake sale and get rid of some cookies.
Yes, I do. And then this is all cherry. This is one load. He separated it because it's kind of, it wouldn't all fit in one spot. So I got to get this cut. And then up over here, this is all oak here. All through here, this whole section, all the way up to where my splitter is up over here. So the splitter is kind of waiting for us to use it today. Over to the left here, this is all cherry from last year, and then I got another load of cherry over there up front. And then everything from the splitter that way is all maple. And then the pile way in the back, that you see the long one back there, that goes all the way across, that's a whole truckload of white pine that I've sold. Maybe a quarter of it at most so far in the last year, because that's about a year old now. But I never market it, so next year I want to market more for campfire wood, and I've got some campfire, so that's pretty much everything I have. What else do you want to know?
So I'm assuming that oak is the most popular.
By far, and I wish it wasn't. If I could pick, I would want cherry to be the most popular, because I like cutting it the most. It cuts easy, splits easy, smells good, dries fast, or soft maple. I like soft maple too, because again, that's easy to work with and it dries faster. Oak is great wood, and if you're heating with it, it's fantastic, but it takes forever to dry. It just takes way too long to dry. And I think I was watching Ohio Joe from Ohio Woodburner, and he said the same thing. Oak's number one, but he doesn't like to work with it because it takes so long to dry.
Yep.
And it stinks.
It does stink.
I just keep telling myself that's the smell of money, like a farmer when you smell the manure, that's the smell of money.
Yep.
But cherry smells fantastic. I like everything about it. And the locust is great wood too. I'm starting to get more of that and selling that. That is even hotter BTUs than oak is, so I'll hope to get more people hooked on that. Although that's not as easy to come by, just like hickory, it's kind of hard to come by. But I've got a pretty good supplier. He's always cutting different woods, and he's got several farms of his own that he cuts on. So I got a good supplier. I can get pretty much anything. If I call him, like if I call him right now and tell him I want a load of barkless oak, and I didn't tell him when to bring it, he'd bring it tomorrow. He's that guy.
That's a good supplier to have.
Oh,
for sure.
Yeah, he's awesome. And if he doesn't have it, he'll just tell me. He says within a week I'll have some. He's that guy. He supplies that much. He's got I think he told me at one time he had 21 crews of guys cutting wood, and I think he owns somewhere around 30 trucks.
That's a pretty good size operation.
Yeah, something like that. I think he delivers. I think he told me around 40 loads a day. Every day. Wow. Because he sells to paper mills, to pallet mills, and to sawmills for lumber. And then he's got a lot of firewood customers that he sells, firewood to. And so yeah, he's a busy guy. And he owns a lot of land and does a really good job. And you would never know that the guy is who he is, because he's 75 years old, just looks like an old truck driver, but he's got quite a business. It's pretty amazing. So what else do you want to know? It's about all I know. All I know is that it's a lot of work, and for those of you getting into it, you better like to work, because if you think you're going to get a workout, you have no idea how much of a workout you're going to get. My hands always hurt. My elbows hurt. My back's usually pretty good. But the thing that makes me stop usually is that I'm just physically tired at the end of a day.
Yep.
It's not anything else. I want to do them. I want to keep going. Or I run out of daylight. But there's days if I'm like, say I'm cutting in a log pile, I can cut a half a truckload in one day, and that's a lot of times like 8, 9 tanks, maybe 10 tanks. When you get done, you're done.
Yep.
And everybody always says to me, you must sleep good. I always sleep good. And I always eat good. So that's everything I know. All I know is that firewood's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun.